Welcome back, my dear student. So on the last lecture, we noticed that for some reason we can't add a product. We need to find out what is going on, right? This might be something in my page. Maybe you tried it and it works with yours. Great if it works, all right? I have a problem and I'm going to fix it. Now, I suggest even if your product is good, even if your page is good, I suggest that you watch this lecture, right? Keep in mind that a developer, a web developer, a software developer, a programmer, it's not a true programmer or developer unless they know how to fix application, how to debug them. I have been hired for jobs that they pay me a lot more to fix a mistake that somebody else has done than actually to create an application. Remember, there are many applications out there, right? But there is a short, very short, is a big demand for developers that actually can fix them fast when they encounter problems and can actually modify them and make them better. And this is where debugging comes in. What you're learning here with debugging is actually more important than even creating the application. All right. So even if you are frustrated and you have spent 1 or 2 days fixing it and then you fix it, feel good about yourself. All right. And this is what it's all about. I'm pretty sure that you're going to come out a better developer like you did in the first course for PHP for beginners. Of course, that's for my students that took those courses, that basic course, which is actually the really good foundation. But anyway, so let's find out the problem with this add product page. I want you to remember one thing. These pages here, all of them are being imported, are being included from the file, from the directory that's outside. All right, that's before, that's in the same level as our public.html. So remember, this resources here is not outside, it's not in the web directory, and all this is getting imported. All right, the only thing is that we had an issue here when we delete a product because we can't link to files that are outside the web directory with the link. All right, we can't do that. We might build a function that could do that in the future, but right now we can't do that. All right, this is not, it's not in the scope of this lecture course to do that. But let me show you how to fix that. All right, first of all, let's fix this problem that we got here. This is what we need to fix. So because that's not in the web directory and is actually in the resources outside, and you can see my path right here. Home, blank means home. This is the resource, and we're going to call this a private resources, and the other one we're going to call it public resources until we start deleting some of the files that we don't need in either of them. So let's go to templates and let's go to back and let's go to this add product page. And my problem, I already know what it is, and is that I'm not even calling any functions here. So I'm just gonna put my PHP tags here and call the function add product. All right, so that should fix the problem. Hopefully it does. So let's go to add product and let's just add a product here called demo 20, just for sakes of this application. Some short description, some bogus categories, and publish. Perfect. So it's working, right? Now the issue here is with this functionality. If we try to delete this, all right, watch this, delete. Well, for me, it works very good. All right, it might not work for you. Make sure that you have your redirection right. What I really wanted to show you, and I wanted this to fail, is because let's go to our functions. We go back here. We go to functions.php, go edit. All right. If we go to, and I'm going to use this text editor here. If I click here, you're going to see it. Command F, and I'm just going to show all reports here because it's easier for me to show you. All right, so this function, function.php, is actually linking, all right, to this delete report.php right here. All right, and where is this? Do you remember where it is? All right, it's on resources, right? So keep in mind that we're going back 2 directories here, to resources. Where is this function being called from? All right, from here. All right, so the only reason this is working is because we have included those delete here in the actually public underscore HTML, and to resources templates. So for example, if I want to make this fail for reports, let's go to reports because we got a lot more data here. If I want to make that fail so you can see it, you see what I'm talking about, I'll go to the get reports function here in the functions.php. All right. And I can go ahead and do something like this. I'll show you. I'll change, I'm in the public underscore HTML, resources templates. I go to the delete report and I change the name of it to rename it here to delete underscore report old. Rename. All right. Save. If I click here, you can see now that it doesn't find it. All right. So this is actually going to the public one. All right. Don't get these things confused here. All right. You can also create it like this. All right. You don't have to put those two dots in there. All right. Even if we put these two dots, we're just gonna stay there. So we can actually put it / resources and it will work fine. I'll show you right now how that works. Get reports. I'm gonna save it here. I'm gonna go back to that file and rename it back again so that way we can test this out. Let's go back here. Let's click on 36 and you can see that it was deleted. All right. So remember that this link was not actually going back before when we wanted to delete. It was actually only available in the public. All right. So that's why even if we type this two dots here, we might not get this to work, right? We need to fix those paths if we wanted to. All right. You can leave it the same. It's not going to go back anyway. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. So we are done actually here. We are able to create a product. All right. And we are able to delete it. All right. If you're not able to delete it, make sure that you check that specific file, delete underscore product.php, and make sure that it's getting redirected back here, and that you don't have that public keyword there. All right. So in the next lecture, we're gonna keep checking our application, and make sure that everything is correct. See you in the next lecture.